title, The Psychology of Fear: How Our Brains React to Scary Movies. Have you ever wondered why we willingly subject ourselves to fear? Why do we flock to theaters, popcorn in hand, ready to scream at whatever monstrous creature might leap from the shadows? The central theme here is simple yet profound. Fear is not just an emotion, it's a complex psychological experience that binds us, entertains us, and even teaches us about ourselves. Let's dive into the fascinating world of fear in cinema, how it affects our brains, our bodies, and our very lives. First, let's explore the biological response to fear. When we watch a horror movie, our brain triggers the fight or flight response. This is not just a movie trick, it's a real physiological reaction. Your heart races, your palms sweat. You might even feel a lump in your throat. But why does this happen? It matters because understanding this response can help us navigate our fears outside the theater. According to psychologist Dr. Margie Kerr, fear is a way to test our limits, to confront challenges. When we face fear in a safe environment, we learn resilience. We discover that we can survive the terror. Imagine walking through a haunted house. Every creak and shadow sends chills down your spine, but once you exit, you feel exhilarated, almost empowered. Why? Because you faced fear head-on and came out unscathed. Now, let's consider the thrill of suspense. It's not just about the jump scares, it's about anticipation. The build-up of tension creates a cocktail of emotions that keeps us on the edge of our seats. Psychologist Dr. Paul Ekman once said, "The anticipation of fear is often more frightening than fear itself." Think about your favorite scary scene. Was it the moment something jumped out, or was it the slow build-up that made your heart race? That suspense engages your brain's limbic system, setting off alarms that enhance your viewing experience. What about the moral lessons wrapped in horror films? Many scary movies reflect societal fears. They force us to confront our anxieties, whether it's isolation, death, or the unknown. Films like Get Out tackle issues of race and identity through psychological horror. By externalizing our fears, they allow us to process complex emotions safely. Why is this significant? Because it creates a dialogue about real-world issues while entertaining us. As filmmaker Jordan Peele noted, horror can be a mirror for society. It opens up conversations about our fears and biases. Consider your own life. What fears do you have that mirror those seen in films? Recognizing them can be the first step toward personal growth. Next up is the concept of catharsis. The Greek philosopher Aristotle believed that tragedy allows audiences to purge their emotions, leading to renewal and restoration. Watching a horror movie can have a similar effect. It provides a safe space for us to experience intense emotions without real-world consequences. After watching a particularly scary movie, have you ever felt a sense of relief? That's catharsis at work. You've confronted fear in a controlled environment, releasing pent-up emotions. It's like a roller coaster ride, thrilling and terrifying, but ultimately safe. Fear also fosters connection. When we watch horror movies with friends or family, we bond over shared experiences. Screaming together creates an emotional connection that can strengthen relationships. Why does this matter? Because social connections are vital for mental health. As Dr. Helen Fisher states, love is an addiction, fear can create bonds. In those moments of panic, we cling to each other, building trust and camaraderie. But let's not forget about desensitization. Regular exposure to horror can change how we perceive fear in real life. It can make us less sensitive to violence or danger, impacting our reactions to real-world threats. While this can be beneficial in some contexts, helping us manage anxiety, it can also lead to negative outcomes. How do you balance your love for horror with the potential desensitization? Being aware of your viewing habits can help you maintain a healthy relationship with fear and media. As we delve deeper into the psychology of fear, Consider how it affects children differently than adults. Kids often process fear through imagination and fantasy, creating monsters from shadows and sounds. Their experiences with fear shape their understanding of the world. How do you think your childhood fears compare to those of today's children? With technology evolving, new forms of media can introduce different fears, like cyberbullying or climate change, shaping their development. Parents must guide their children through these experiences, helping them differentiate between fiction and reality, while fostering resilience. This involves discussions about what they see and feel, ensuring they understand fear as a normal human emotion. Now let's pivot to the impact of sound design in horror films. The auditory experience plays a crucial role in crafting fear. Those chilling soundtracks and sudden crescendos heighten our emotional responses. Ever noticed how certain sounds can trigger memories or feelings? That's intentional. Sound designers manipulate audio to evoke discomfort or dread. Think of the creaking door or distant whispers that send shivers down your spine. Why does this matter? Because it illustrates how multisensory experiences engage our brains more effectively than visual stimuli alone. The combination of sight and sound immerses us deeper into the narrative. As composer Marco Beltrami said, music has a powerful ability to evoke emotion. In horror films, it acts as a character itself, guiding our emotional journey through each twist and turn. Finally, let's discuss the therapeutic potential of horror films. They can serve as exposure therapy for anxiety and phobias. By confronting fears in a controlled environment, viewers can desensitize themselves to real-life anxieties. Ever found yourself feeling braver after watching a scary movie? You're not alone! Engaging with fear can empower you to face your own challenges more directly. If you're enjoying this, consider liking the video and subscribing for more insights. This is important because it emphasizes that fear isn't just something to avoid, it's something we can learn from and grow through. As writer Stephen King wisely noted, fear is a place where we can learn. In conclusion, our fascination with fear in cinema reveals much about human nature. Our biology, psychology, and social connections all intertwine within those thrilling narratives on screen. So next time you feel your heart racing during a horror flick, remember you're not just watching, you're participating in an age-old dance with fear that shapes who you are. Embrace it. Fear isn't merely an emotion, it's an opportunity for growth and understanding, a powerful reminder of our resilience as human beings. And who knows, the next time you watch something scary, you might just walk away with more than just adrenaline. You might gain insight into your own psyche, and perhaps even find courage in your own life's challenges. Have you ever considered how fear can be a catalyst for personal growth? When we immerse ourselves in the world of horror, we engage not just with the terror on screen, but also with our own emotions and experiences. This brings us to an essential truth: fear can transform us. It's not merely about jump scares or unsettling visuals. It's about confronting and understanding our deepest anxieties. Let's dive deeper into this transformative experience. One way fear empowers us is through the concept of exposure therapy. Think back to those moments when a film made your heart race. That visceral reaction mirrors what happens in therapy settings. By gradually facing fears in a controlled environment, like watching a horror movie, we can build resilience. Psychologist Dr. Judith Orloff once said, "The only way to deal with fear is to face it." This confrontation allows us to find strength we didn't know we had. Imagine walking into a dark room, your heart pounding with each step. Now picture that same setting on a movie screen, where the tension builds with every heartbeat. The key difference: you're in control. You can pause, look away, or even laugh it off. This control is crucial in reshaping how we perceive fear in everyday life. But let's not overlook the cultural significance of horror films. They often reflect societal anxieties and collective fears. For instance, during times of political unrest or social upheaval, horror films often become vehicles for exploring those tensions. Movies like The Purge or A Quiet Place tap into themes of survival and societal breakdown, pushing us to confront our fears about the future. Why does this matter? It creates a dialogue about our collective consciousness. As filmmaker Guillermo del Toro stated, horror is a way to confront what we cannot control. These films allow us to explore our fears while providing commentary on the world around us. Now, consider how horror impacts our empathy and compassion. When we engage with characters facing their worst nightmares, we begin to understand their struggles on a deeper level. We feel their pain and triumphs, fostering a sense of connection that transcends the screen. Have you ever found yourself rooting for a character's survival, feeling their fear as if it were your own? This emotional engagement teaches us empathy, an essential trait in our increasingly divided world. And what about the role of humor in horror? The juxtaposition of fear and laughter creates a unique viewing experience. Think of movies like Shaun of the Dead or What We Do in the Shadows. These films blend humor with horror, allowing us to laugh at what scares us. This cathartic release can be incredibly therapeutic. Why is this significant? Humor acts as a coping mechanism, helping us process fear without feeling overwhelmed. As comedian Mel Brooks famously said, tragedy plus time equals comedy. In the realm of horror, that time is condensed into moments of levity amidst chaos. On another note, let's examine the influence of community in the horror genre. Watching scary movies often becomes a shared experience, whether at home with friends or in packed theaters. Those collective gasps and laughs create bonds that strengthen relationships. Why is this important? Shared experiences foster connection and support systems. As Dr. Brené Brown notes, vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and change. By confronting fears together, we become more resilient as a community. Now, let's shift gears and discuss the implications of fear on our decision-making processes. Fear often serves as a primal instinct, guiding our choices and actions. In horror films, characters face life or death decisions that reveal their true selves. How do you respond when faced with fear? Do you freeze, fight back, or seek safety? Understanding your instinctual responses can help you navigate real-life challenges more effectively. Moreover, let's delve into how fear shapes our identity. The things that scare us reveal what we value most, whether it's safety, love, or belonging. Horror films often force us to confront these values head. For instance, think about how a film like Hereditary explores family dynamics and grief through its terrifying lens. The characters' struggles resonate with audiences because they reflect universal fears, loss, abandonment, and the unknown. Why does this matter? Recognizing these fears allows us to connect deeper with ourselves and others. It creates an opportunity for self-reflection and growth. As we explore further, consider the impact of nostalgia in horror films. Many viewers return to classic horror movies from their childhoods, evoking feelings of nostalgia intertwined with fear. This blend can be comforting yet unsettling. Why is this significant? Nostalgia connects us to our past, while allowing us to confront fears we may have buried over time. It's a powerful reminder that growth often stems from revisiting lost memories. Let's not forget about the role of technology in shaping contemporary horror experiences. With the rise of virtual reality (VR), we find ourselves stepping directly into terrifying scenarios. This immersive experience heightens our emotional responses. Have you tried VR horror games? They take fear to another level, making it feel real and immediate. This evolution challenges our perceptions of fear and how it affects our psyche. Finally, consider the legacy of horror films in shaping our cultural landscape. They pave the way for conversations about mental health and societal issues that might otherwise remain. By engaging with fear on screen, we dismantle stigmas surrounding anxiety and trauma. Horror becomes a tool for empowerment, a means to reclaim narratives around fear and vulnerability. As we conclude our journey through the psychology of fear in cinema, remember this: embracing fear is not just about seeking thrills, it's about understanding ourselves. Fear teaches resilience, empathy, and connection, qualities we all need in today's fast-paced world. So, the next time you find yourself on the edge of your seat during a horror film, relish that moment. You're not just experiencing fear, you're participating in an age-old exploration of human nature. In essence, fear isn't merely something to dread, it's an opportunity for self-discovery and growth. A powerful reminder that within every fright lies the potential for insight and transformation. So embrace that fear, for it may just lead you to uncover parts of yourself you never knew existed. So, the next time you settle in for a horror flick, remember that you're not just watching a story unfold, you're engaging in a complex dance with your own psyche. What scares you the most? Is it the tension, the jump scares, or perhaps the unsettling silence before the chaos? Take a moment to reflect on how these elements resonate with your own experiences and fears. And who knows, maybe that thrilling rush of adrenaline is not just your love for horror, but a deeper exploration of what it means to be human. So, grab some popcorn, turn off the lights, and maybe even share your thoughts in the comments. What's your favorite fear to face on screen?